What is going on, everybody? We are here for the coverage of the 2025 Majestic. This is stop number 5 on the Go Throw Tour. My name is Wait, what is my name?
Randy Dewick and Braeden Sides.
I'm Braeden Sides.
I'm Randy Dewick.
Is Randy Dewick, and we are here doing the commentary for coverage that's brought to you by Infinite Discs, the Majestic. Out here at Blue Ribbon Pines playing the back 13 holes. Let's get a little leaderboard check-in.
Matty O killing it at 14 down. So far the leader. We got Evan Smith right behind him. Mason Brenner at 10 down. Greg Barsby at 9 down. I feel like the scores could still get hotter, so let's see how this goes.
Here we are. Hole number 15. Par 3, 256 feet. A little left to right shaper. And, it's just one of your stock sidearm shots. You can throw a backhand turnover if you elect to. And we have this cool hanging basket assembly that I don't really know the history of. I'm sure there is something to be said about it, but it's pretty cool nonetheless.
Just imagine an ace on this sucker. Just start swinging, dude. You hit it and just...
That would be cool.
But it's almost impossible to do because you're just trying to put it close. Even Presnell's going with a forehand. That tells you it's definitely a forehand play. Puts it to about 22 feet.
Pretty good. Mitch, a little bit of a yank job. Kicks back out into the fairway, we'll call it.
Also kind of feels like a must-get hole.
Yeah.
Definitely want to give yourself a chance. Austin a little bit wide, but it looks pretty perfect now. Give himself a putt.
Yep. I'm throwing my Sexton Firebird. I don't know what happened to my foot.
Did you slip or something?
That's what happened to my shot. I knew I didn't actually end up that short. Because I go up to my shot, and I'm like, what the heck? How is this so short? I hit a tree. Okay.
Mitch, long bid. Kind of a scary putt, honestly.
Yeah.
You got some guys throwing in the background.
And I can it.
Oh, you don't.
Yeah, I airballed
you
that
don't.
crap.
Oh.
Honestly, I was surprised I didn't even hit the basket.
You were surprised?
Yeah, I thought I threw it pretty good, and then I just didn't even touch the basket. Austin's gonna touch the basket from here, I'm sure.
Wow.
And putts it to perfection.
You got the cage, you got the chains, maybe a little bit of the band. He did get the whole basket.
That's right. That's right.
For some reason, I'm always scared on this hole. Even if I'm 15 feet. Why is that?
Because this dumb basket is moving.
That's true. Andrew Presnell, composed, easy birdie. Now make sure you stop it. Yes.
I don't know how I feel about these things.
Why? What's the problem with them? You don't feel like they're professional enough?
I don't know if that's the word or it's just weird. Like, imagine you go to a basketball game and then sometimes the hoop is just swinging.
Oh, you never a doubt there.
That was right in the heart, folks.
Yeah, that'll boost your confidence going to the next hole. You should have gave it a little swing maybe for the next card, but maybe not.
Probably not.
Okay. Here we have hole 16, par 4. You have a gap off the tee to hit. It's kind of a scary hole. You got this pond here that you can easily kick into. You have OB on the left. It's super important to just get out into the open. You can use a mid-range fairway. As long as you get to the open here, your upshot should be pretty routine. It feels pretty good to get a 3 here. Let's see what these guys got.
This is also a hole that typically causes some backups, so we just got done sitting for probably 10, 15 minutes. And Press throws a dime like he never even stopped. Austin throws hyzer flip buzz. That's a pretty good position over there to the left. With this hole being so short, you can kind of be anywhere and manufacture a shot into the green.
Pretty sure he didn't try that, but that is the place to miss.
Kicks over there. He's going to be kind of pinched off. See if he can get up to the green. I'm throwing my buzz.
Does it have the turn?
No, not even close.
Okay.
So I hit a tree, and
What do you got from there?
not short.
Okay. A little flex sidearm. Sounded great.
This was
Looks
one of my
great.
better sidearms of the day.
Wow.
Nice little
Wow.
20-footer. And here's that same disc that Mitch has just been throwing all around. I imagine this is going to be a good shot. Okay, I take it back. I'm sorry.
Turns it over a little bit. Don't do Mitch dirty like that. Here's Austin. He should have a simple hyzer into the green. Goes around all the trees.
Tickles a little twig, but still well within the circle. And Prez got way up here. Just a little chip into the green. Kind of thought he made it at one point, and then
It was just good.
it was just good.
Very nicely done.
You're out of position twice, and on this hole, still managed to get the par. That feels pretty good.
That probably doesn't feel good.
Nope, nope. I know that that spot very well.
Yeah.
I used to own that spot on the
Wow.
basket, but I sold it to somebody else. So,
Really?
Yeah.
To who?
Well,
Call him out.
apparently it was Prez in that moment, but
Okay.
I don't know who. But I don't know.
Are you about to claim it back here, or
I might.
is there no doubt?
No doubt.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hopefully
I'm
this
sure,
isn't one of
I'm
those.
sure you don't take long.
I was gonna say, hopefully this isn't one of those putts where you have to like cut to when I actually putt it. Two birdies, two pars. Pretty average for this hole.
And that will take us to hole 17. This is a par 3, 240 feet. What is this hole called again?
Poly. I don't really know why, but it is. And apparently this basket normally is like a tire and some wood assembly or something like that. But today we have an actual basket. There's OB. It's basically, it's a little bit smaller than the circle.
I'd say it's quite a bit smaller, actually.
So,
It's like 22 feet or something.
so you got to be accurate. 240 feet, and you're right out in the open. So the wind is definitely going to affect your shot. Austin decides to play the bump and run and rolls it right into the circle.
Bloomberg X again.
It's like this disc was just made for this hole, I think.
Yeah, so you can't mess it up?
Nope.
No, you can't. Nice.
Just throw it firm at the basket, and it's going to be good. Prez, I believe this is a zone. And Prez throws it a little bit better than me. You know, this is one of those holes that it's kind of weird. Like, if there was no out of bounds, you would likely put it within the circle
Right.
the majority of the time. But then you introduce the out of bounds, and now people are going to throw it worse. But there
Drop
is
zone is makeable. It's probably about 45 feet or something. That's got to feel good after missing the island.
Yep. Kind of a smooth little grab there.
Austin. Making light work. He's got his birdie. Oh, what's he doing?
Oh, he's trying to break the basket.
Oh, why? Okay, you're in for your birdie.
No, there were two chains. Shout out 2 Chains. That were.
Oh, 2 links?
Oh yeah, they're 2 links, not 2 chains. They were stuck.
Well, you thought it was funny.
It's your time to hit a fairway once, just one time. Come on.
Oh my goodness.
Here we are at the driving range hole. Hole number 18, par 4, 760 feet. The only out of bounds here off the tee is this tiny little strip of land right at about 480 feet. And then you have shot into the green with this little OB bunker, short right, and then out of bounds long. Can be a simple hole, can be a tricky hole.
The decision is if you want to go over that little creek.
That's right.
Guessing Austin is trying to go over. Makes the hole much easier.
Yep. And
Finds a way through.
gets over.
Probably has about 350 from there or something.
Yeah, maybe even less.
What are you throwing here?
I'm throwing my Gould.
Where are you throwing it to?
Well, that's a great
Are you trying to
question.
get over? Or are you
Oh,
just
I'm
laying
trying to. Well, you know, I thought it might be a good idea just to throw it directly in the center of the strip out of bounds.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm looking back. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea, but I executed it to perfection.
Yeah, you did a really good job there if that's what you were trying.
Thank you.
Andrew Presnell probably throwing a nuke.
Yep, he elects to lay up out here to the left. This is the more open spot because of the way that the tiny little bushy trees are. If you lay over there to the left of Conrad, right where that disc is heading, there's kind of less stuff in the way.
Probably about 420, 430 from here.
Yeah, not a short shot.
Plays a safe shot. It's
Yep.
very smart. It gives you a look at least. You don't mess with that little pond.
Yeah, probably the smart way to attack from all the way back there if you don't have a ton of distance. Prez throwing this overstable force.
I like how this looks. Edge of circle. Not bad.
Pretty good shot. I have 345 feet. Yep, there's my disc right in the dead center of the pond, and there's my butt.
Yeah.
And I'm in between Buzz and Cat Z. And
What do you end up throwing here?
I throw the Cat Z because I didn't want to end up short.
Okay, yeah, that is true because the pond is OB. So you,
So-
you want to avoid the OB.
Yeah,
that
I
is
wanted
for
to
sure.
throw it just about 30 feet long.
Oh, just barely.
Yep, and I just completely forgot that there was out of bounds there before I threw that shot. And then as I threw it, I was like, oh, shoot, there's out of bounds. And then I threw it right in it. Austin throwing a quake into the green. Pretty darn good. All these guys are putting for birdie. It's just a couple inches low. And
Here you are. You really want to make this to save the bogey.
Yeah.
But it is windy. It is a tough putt.
Yeah, it's good to be putting for bogey, right? Right, yeah, right. Good layup. Smart to use the pole as a way to stop your disc.
Come on, stop being scared.
Prez, you gotta stop being scared, man.
Sneaks it in there. Very nice.
Hey, look at those nice little matching squatch bags.
Wow.
You can get yours at squatchdiscgolf.com/AceRunPro.
Nice.
Maybe. I don't know. Is that right, Conrad? I'm getting the nod of doom. Apparently that was not right.
Close.
But you can use the link in the description. Now I'm getting the head the head shake of yes.
All right, here we have a little recap. You're at 4 down.
Through 18, that's
Through
like
18.
really bad.
That's not the best, but you got plenty of holes to make up. Austin at 8 down. Mitch at 4 down. 3 down. And I believe Andrew was at 10 down, right? Yes.
Yep. 10 under through 18.
Not
That's
bad.
more the pace that you're looking for.
Yeah, these last 9 holes are very gettable. Probably the most scoreable stretch of the entire round. Here we have hole 19, par 3, 322 feet. It is an island hole. However, you can, technically it's not an island hole, right? Because you can lay up short and take your 3. There was a lot of right to left wind. I saw some players attempting to lay up and just taking their 3, which is super smart. But I'm guessing we're all pretty selfish. We're all trying to get to 2. So just throwing a big hyzer at it, and hopefully we judge the wind right.
Does that make me selfish if I just want to get a birdie?
You're a selfish person now. You can be more selfless, take your par.
Oh, I see. Austin throwing a nuke. I guess because he's got a noodle arm sidearm.
Or just like, you know, it works because it spikes down. The wind doesn't affect it as much. Doesn't look like you have a ton of wind here, actually.
Well, you'd be wrong. There was a pretty good breeze.
Really? Okay. Doesn't look like it, but Presnell looks really good. The green is nice and lush, so it should catch your disc pretty well.
See, look at those leaves moving. There's a little bit of a breeze there.
Not compared to my card. Okay.
Not everything's about you, Randy. Quit being selfish.
Okay, my bad.
Mitch throwing this a little too wide, maybe just a little too straight of a disc. Ends up out of bounds. I'm throwing my K1 Nord. Throw it wide.
Looks amazing.
Let it ride.
Perfection.
That's right. I learned that one from Adam today.
You know what the difference is between you and that shot?
Nothing.
What the?
I don't know what was bleeped out. What do you think?
I think he said, "What the darn it?"
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is unfortunate, though. That does not feel good. That's super
Yeah.
unlucky.
That was like the worst reaction possible. But at least it wasn't a triple. Wait. How do you get a double?
He went OB.
Oh, wait. This is a par 3.
This is a par 3. He went OB twice.
Oh, yeah, I got it now.
Okay.
I know how this works.
How long did? Okay.
Right there, Prez almost just got smoked by a disc.
Oh boy.
Why are all these little fadeaways of just me looking like an idiot? Here we are, hole number 20. Austin and I should have this one dialed because if you check in later, this is the hole for the Ace Run Challenge, where you'll see myself, Randy, and Austin take on this hole. 440 feet, wide open. Not much to say about it other than just grab your driver and let it rip.
Try not to be short. Just get it up there. Don't be scared. Personally, I threw it as hard as I could straight into the wood line on the right. So I guess there is some danger going long.
You don't want to throw it too far because then your putt's bad. But it's hard to throw it too far. We have a pretty strong right to left here. So I think the key is letting it have the width. That way the late stability will just let it glide on into the basket using the wind. Press throws a pretty good shot. Ideally, you end up on the right side of this basket with the way the wind is today.
Nice and wide and high.
And just
Wind takes
fluffed
it.
and- yep.
Okay.
Not the worst shot, but definitely not great. At least compared to what I was trying to do.
You're trying to ace it.
That's right. Mitch just never really gets this one to straighten up. He's kind of a long look into the breeze for the birdie. How'd you play this one on round 1?
Oh, like I said, I threw it straight into the wood line on the right.
Right, you already
I
said.
was about 50 feet in there somehow. You would think it would stop before then, but I had nothing.
Might have been from all that ace round practice.
Maybe.
Just got you a little juiced up.
I was juiced up. Oh, just barely misses. I had to throw a little forehand roller out of there, little cut roller.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, not nice. But yeah, that's what I had to do. And
Nice
you
one.
just make a beautiful putt for birdie.
Yep, dead center.
That's how you play disc golf.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
you throw a drive and then you just put it in the basket.
That is
light
how you
work.
get a birdie. Yeah, I was being facetious. That was not dead center. That was about as low left as it could have possibly been with going. And that was about as high right with Prez's putt as it possibly could have been to go into. But birdies nonetheless. Pars for Austin and Mitch. And it looks like I'm kind of starting to turn my round around a
Turn it
little
around, dude. Come on now, lock in. All right, here we have hole 21, par 3. It is actually 408 feet, not 355 feet. It is probably one of the tougher holes on the course. You can either throw a sidearm or a flip-up backhand through this gap. Anything off the fairway, not good and scary. You also have this OB creek right in front of the basket. Super tough hole. And 2 feels super amazing. Let's see how these guys do.
You said it's what? 300 what?
It's 408 feet.
Oh, I was about to say there's no way that you
It's
said
not
it's 300.
355. No. This is kind of what you want. Now sneak through the right. It's a lot of headwind today as well.
It got over everything. Okay.
You're going with the sidearm. I like this play. Just giving yourself a chance. It looks clean.
It was one of those where you were just kind of holding your breath because it was very close to a tree, and if it hit the tree, it was going to go just
To Doomsville.
to Doomville.
We don't want that.
Nope. Austin throwing the cicada. Not cicada. Cigara.
Cigara.
Yeah, I think I kept calling it a cicada earlier.
Oopsies.
Cigara. And throwing it to perfection. Mitch doing a little yank job. But
You can still save par.
that was a favorable reaction.
Oh yeah, this is doable from here.
Yeah, he's kind of stymied on this tree, and he goes through
Did
the
he?
two trees.
Did he try that for real?
Yes.
What a
Yeah,
guy.
he eyed this. He eyed this one up for a few minutes.
What
or well,
a guy.
he eyed this one up for about 29.5 seconds, and threw it to perfection. That's right.
What
Prez.
a birdie.
No more scared putts, he said. Yeah, I kind of liked that. That was like a nice, high quality shot of his just focus.
Oh, speaking of high quality. Come on.
Yes, sir. Speaking of high quality, look at that haircut.
Where'd you get that?
That's what $20 will get you at Great Clips.
How much did you tip?
A lot.
Austin in for birdie as well. I think you guys are pretty good.
3 birdies on this hole. Pretty unusual, I think. That one's tough. Here we are at the 22nd hole. Par 3, 342 feet. I think this is one of probably like in my top half favorite holes. Just because the green is so cool. It looks pretty. It has this pond. It's like just a great disc golf hole, and it doesn't have any of the stupid like artificial out of bounds.
Right. Super fair too.
Yeah, you
Just if you throw the shot the way you want to, you're gonna get rewarded. If you throw it scared, you know, obviously bad results.
Yep. The error is to be long here because it is easy to just kind of fluff it and end up in this pond. Prez throwing the turnover shot, looking pretty good, and kind of
It's the
juices
safe
it
play.
long. It's challenging to get it on the mulch. Throwing my glutes here.
Glutes.
Yep.
Nice. And you just want to try to get a little bit of turn. It's hard to commit to it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get this thing turning right. Yeah, and
Looks pretty good.
yeah, it looks like a good disc golf shot, but just not for this hole. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
I think that's the same cigar again. Austin puts it to, we'll call it 45, 40, something like that. I think this was an orc. I think I remember I think I remember looking at this disc before he threw it, and I was like, oh, that's one of those older discs.
That's sick. Not to make everything about me, but that's the first disc I ever threw. It's a champion orc.
Wow.
Yeah.
So here
Great disc.
Look at this. Thinking,
Wait,
oh, just
wait. What was that? What were you trying to do?
not that.
Now you're kneeling. Wait. What was it?
What was a turnaround? You couldn't see it, but Conrad was laughing at me.
Oh.
Austin comes up just a little bit short. It seems like all of his putts that he's missed have been perfectly in the center, but just a few inches short. Austin, I'll give you some advice that Calvin, he gave me the other week at Preserve when we did our practice round. If you're missing it short, just aim a little bit higher, and then you'll start making it. That's what I learned.
All right, well, let's see if you're going to put that to the test here.
Yeah, here we go. 30-footer for the par. That's exactly what you want.
You did give it the perfect height.
That's right.
Almost too much, but it looked great. You know what that putt and you have in common?
What?
Both look amazing.
That was the nicest thing you might have ever said to me. I think this is for birdie. It just fluffs it. Yeah, we did not really give the best display of, athleticism here.
Athleticism.
Or skill. Because none of us really played that hole all that great. Like, I think the closest drive we had was Mitch, and he was like just barely in the circle.
Now we're on the hole 23. Another par 3, 270 feet. You have this gap. You want to throw something straight, have it fade at the end. It's kind of that simple. There's nothing really to it but to just throw that shot, commit to it, have it fade at the end. Very gettable.
Yeah, this is, I think, a really good disc golf hole. Short, but a little bit technical. Why'd you giggle?
Sounds like you. Here's Andrew Presnell. Throws it flat. A little bit of fade at the end.
Throwing
I feel
a
like you're a
drone.
little short and technical, honestly.
Okay.
But so am I.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah.
Because watch my technicalness come to work here.
Is it?
Yep, watch this. Boom. Full
That
fade.
is so good.
Now watch it. Doink.
Most unluckiest player ever.
I think I am. It was literally fading perfect. It was going to be parked, and now I'm in Doomville.
There's some mosquitoes. That's how you take care of them.
No, that's just a part of his pre-shot routine.
Oh, my bad. I like it.
They've been cutting it out every other hole. I don't know why. But he does that. He just slaps his leg.
Instead of the chalk, you just slap it.
Yeah,
Like, I
and
like
then
that.
he threw it a little bit inside, but gets that lefty love.
I like the way this is looking.
Yep.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep. I think when you see the discs barely sneak by that last tiny tree on the left, that's when you know it's a good shot. I'm over here in the jungle.
Are you breaking out your spin putt for this?
Yeah, I have to. I have like a little Anheuser putt.
Not a bad bid, honestly.
Yeah,
It's okay.
I kind of thought I made it.
Putt. Committed. Beautiful.
Austin I think he has one of those putts where like half the basket is covered by the tree.
Yeah.
So you have to barely miss the tree in order to make it. I think he just did a little walk by. punch. Like he just beat up the tree as he drove
Yeah.
by. Does he go again? No, no, he's a mature man.
Think a chainsaw will get rid of that tree, or
Maybe. Might not be there in round 2. Austin came, cut it down. I'm just staring down that stupid branch. Stupid branch.
Focus. All right, let's get this thing rolling. It's time to show everybody our new Ace Run Pro whale sacks. I bet we get this done on the first try. What was that? You're supposed to hit me when I say dry. I said try, not dry. Ah, wait, stop it! It's in my ear. We have to let people know that whale sacks keep you free of moisture. Toss me a whale sack. Huh, they really do keep you dry. No, wait. Go get a whale sack, please.
And we are back after that amazing advert by Felix. Hole number 24, par 3, 388 feet. This is one of the Kobe holes, as they call it. Hole number 8 is the other Kobe hole. There's literally nothing in the way. You just want to throw a big old hyzer and try and get as close to this basket as possible. Today we're going to have a little bit of a left-right wind, so you'll likely see players throw it a little bit more inside because the wind's going to make it harder for the disc to swing in.
see who throws the best hyzer. That's all we're doing here. See who's the best hyzer thrower. Kind of pushed it down at the end there with the left to right.
I guess Conrad just took that shot off or something because we no catch cam. There we go. Now he's back on the job. Solid shot.
A little bit low, or is that what you wanted?
Nope, super low.
Okay, that's
It
fine
was
though.
just, yeah, I guess. I don't know what
You
I was
look so
complaining.
worked out.
I don't know. I just thought it was terrible.
Austin, for him, this hole plays a little bit harder than everybody else.
Throwing the cigar again, and he knew it immediately. Turned it over a little bit. I think it was a good spot because now you'll have a good wind while you're putting. Like I'm kind of putting into the wind a little bit, which is not my preferred.
What a putt.
Yeah, that was one of my best putts of the day. Wasn't very long, but it was like exactly what I wanted to do. There we go. Austin said no more low putts, so he's going to put on the top link and in the bucket. Bang.
Got a little star frame here, huh?
I think we are. Oh, wait.
Oh, wait?
Well, I guess I just spoiled it. Sorry. Yeah, Prez went back to the... He was scared.
Did you read that putt with confidence up there on the band before any of your putts? Because I actually did.
Nope. Nope. I guess Prez did not read that before that one.
I need to take shots here.
I wasn't taking any shots. I was just... He maybe didn't put it with
Sorry,
confidence.
Prez. Hole 25, par 3, 260 feet. Throw something dead straight, you know? Throw something very straight and hope you hit this last gap here.
Very straight.
Very
is the
straight.
key. Very straight.
Very straight. You said straight? Think straight.
Probably a putter of sorts. Maybe a mid-range. I think that
You
might
can
be
throw
a mid-
driver if you want. You can throw whatever you want.
Well, I mean, I guess, yeah, but that's kind of...
That's a very common spot for the disc to land. You should have about a 30.
As we said, very straight. Yeah, that's a good shot.
Said it was the worst shot ever.
It was. I don't know if I've ever thrown a shot as bad as that.
Think Austin's nervous after seeing your shot?
No, because he
No.
knows he could not throw it worse than that. Prez with the drone.
You got a little bit of flex going there. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
I like that
I do
play,
too.
actually. You don't have to throw it straight.
Yeah. Pretty good shot from both Austin and Prez. And Mitch didn't throw bad either. I'm trying to go barely around this little pole and see if I can Drano.
Oh my god.
I
You
thought
knew
I
it
smoked.
immediately.
I thought I smoked the pole, and not the one on the basket, like that wooden post. So, yep, 2 terrible shots, and I'll get a par. Mitch
Don't
just a
roll.
little bit low.
Nah, dude, why am I putting so
That might be like number 4 of the day, and he's 14 under.
He's throwing it really well.
He's throwing it very good. He's giving himself a lot of opportunities for birdie. A little par frame. It's exactly what you'd like to see on this hole. One of the more challenging holes on the course. .397-foot par 4, something you don't hear very often. Hole number 26. Dog leg left. The key is to keep it in the middle of the fairway. It's very easy to outdrive the fairway on the initial shot. And then you have this little tiered green that ideally you get your disc to stay up on top of the cake. Short par 4.
Cool green. Not that cool of a hole, but the cool is green. The cool is green. The green is cool.
The cool is green.
Both are correct. Just throwing a simple hyzer. You just don't want to hit any of those little trees in the middle of the fairway, posts, whatever they are.
Little trees in the middle of the fairway.
What are those?
That, like that.
That one there, that's kind of the one you don't want to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty impressive, actually. They're hard to hit.
Yep.
That one is also hard to hit.
Yeah. Yeah, Austin pulls it just a little bit.
Hey, y'all beat me, so, I mean, I can...
Yeah, he beat me too, so I can laugh at him.
Yeah.
Prez throws it right in the middle of the fairway. This is kind of a weird spot for Austin. Throws Raptor. Throws it really well. He is, call it inside the circle.
Berg X all day.
Yep. I try and go Berg X on this hole. This one I kind of have to throw it high and on hyzer.
That's what you do.
Throw it high on hyzer and I hit something. And then not terrible, but I am looking. This basket is now like way far above my head, which makes it kind of tricky. Prez, kind of early release. But honestly, that I would prefer to be there than where I am.
Why is that?
Well, because the way that the ground is, like, the ground here is lower, like where Mitch and I are, is lower than where Prez is at.
Right.
It just makes it much less of a severe, like, uphill putt.
That's true.
And I didn't really notice it until,
That's a great putt.
I guess he wasn't in the circle.
Who's it look like from up there?
Yeah, I didn't really notice the, like, difference in the like, height difference.
Right.
Because I was here for round 2. There we go. Prez, elated to, did I use that word right?
Elated?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Isn't that like excited
Yeah,
or something like
yeah.
that?
Perfect.
Whatever it is. He's very happy to make that
Mitch,
one. Mitch, likely not elated.
not elated. What's opposite of elated?
Unelated.
Oh, boy.
There we go. I thought it'd be a good idea to see if you could make it through the cage into the
Yeah.
basket.
Yeah.
Turns out that's not,
Doesn't look like it.
no, not the ideal play.
Does it concern you how much Infinite Discs uses your likeness in their marketing?
No, not at all. First off, the Alpaca is an amazing putter.
Right.
And Alpacas don't miss. Shout out my guy Proctor. And Infinite Discs is a great company. They have like 100,000 discs in stock, so their selection and prices are incredible. So I'm not concerned about being associated with them. I'll tell you what does concern me though.
What?
The rise of AI.
Oh yeah, that's scary stuff.
AI is everywhere right now, so it's like so hard to tell it was real. I was not.
Here we are, hole number 27, final hole out here at Blue Ribbon Pines, par 3, 310 feet, island hole, but you do have the option to lay up into this nice lush green grass here before this little peninsula. We have a pretty strong right to left wind, but the pin's just right there in the middle of the circle. Pretty simple, but also tricky at the same time. See a variety of backhand sidearm combos. It's really just pick whatever you think will get you the closest to the basket and throw it. But I guess that's how disc golf just works in general.
Great shot by Austin. There's a little bit of right to left wind, I believe. He's hanging out pretty far right, having it come back, and looks pretty good.
Perfect.
Mitch throwing a little bit high. This will need a lot of help.
Yeah, this was one of those shots that as soon as he threw it, he knew he just misreleased it. Throwing my Nord here.
Probably just want to throw it flat.
Flat, low, not fluffed at all. But instead, I do exactly what I didn't want to do. And now I'm there. And I'm headed to the drop zone.
Usually a 4 or a 2 to end the round.
Yeah, I feel like very rarely will you get... Well, most of your threes are probably just people missing this putt. Right. I mean, making this putt, rather.
Right. Oh. Dang, Austin turned around to see. How good of a kick was that?
I'm surprised I didn't get a run back.
Where is that thing now? Where's that chalk bag?
The world may never know.
Interesting.
Andrew and Austin tapping in their birdies for two pretty solid rounds, 16 under and 13 under. Prez went bogey free.
That is the right way to play this
That
course.
is the right way to play this course. That's how you have to play it if you're trying to be close to the top. Myself, 7 under. Mitch, 2 under. Both bogeying the last. Kind of hurts. But we still have whatever 27 and 18 is. We still have that many holes to go. So, yeah, I think Prez is going to be tied for the lead with the one and only Mr. Joe Revere, which I have never seen play until this weekend. I've heard a lot about him. And the height,
like Mr. Consistent.
He lives up to the hype. So, anyways, thank you guys for joining us for round 1 out here at the Majestic. We'll see you guys in round 2. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Braeden Sides DG and Randy_Duick995. Right?
That is correct.
Nailed it. Check out my Tour Series K1 Hard Reco. Link in the description. Randy, you got anything you want to tell the people?
I got some custom discs coming out in a few weeks. I'll definitely let everybody know. They should be sick.
Boom. So hit Randy up on Instagram. Send some your way. And we will see you guys in the next one.
Boom.
You got it. You got it.
Boom.
Boom.
Boom.